For today's recipe, Link will be joined by IQ, Gastro Bob, and Yar, Captain Cook. And backed up as always by Guinea Page and the Animal Crackers.
Some things are just meant to go together, like salt and pepper, soap and water, bread and butter, Guinea Page and the Animal Crackers.
Chips and dip. Detectives. Magnifying glasses.
And macaroni and cheese, which we're gonna make today, and I got everything organized. Our recipe makes 10 to 12 servings, and here's our mise en place.
The mise en place, French for everything in its place. Link has got all his ingredients, washed, peeled, chopped, sliced or diced, poured, measured, and ready to go so we can get right into the game of cooking. For amateurs and professionals in the kitchen, it's a smart play to be organized.
We've got 4 cups of milk, 6 cups of grated cheddar cheese, 1 pound of macaroni noodles, preferably whole grain, and I've cooked these, half a cup of all-purpose flour, half a cup of unsalted butter, and 1 cup of frozen peas. I've also got a large buttered baking dish, and the oven is preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Right, Gastro Bob?
You got it, Link.
Making macaroni and cheese is pretty simple, but it's not as easy as mixing all our ingredients together at once. First, we have to make a basic white sauce. To do that, we're gonna warm our milk gently over a medium heat. We don't want our milk to boil, just warm until we see some steam rising off it.
I'll help keep an eye on it.
Thanks, Gastro Bob. While the milk warms up, we'll prepare the roux.
The who? Ah, I think you mean the crew.
The clue.
No. Not who, not clue, not crew, roux.
No clue as to roux. Wonder no more. I'm on the case. A roux is a cooked mixture of flour and fat, usually butter. It's a secret to smooth, thick sauces, like the sauce Link's gonna make for the macaroni and cheese. No tricky terminology here.
Over a low to medium heat, melt our butter. Add our half a cup of flour. The butter will cook our flour so we don't get a floury taste.
There's more to it than just taste, Link. There's also science. Wheat flour contains starch granules. When it's heated up with a fat, such as melted butter, the starch granules spread out. That melted butter coats and separates the starch granules so they don't stick together. If you've got sticky starch, you've got clumpy lumps.
Sauce making. The source of so many culinary crimes, and yet preventable if the cooking public stays informed and vigilant. Warm your milk to a simmer before adding to the roux. Otherwise, you'll have a case of the clumpy lumps and badly behaving food.
This sauce is too liquidy. The milk is too cool. This sauce is too clumpy. The milk was too hot. This milk simmered to warm, so our sauce is gonna be just right.
Hey, Link, the milk is steaming.
Thanks, Gastro Bob. I wonder what's going on inside this pot.
It's amazing how much science is in something as simple as a sauce. When you start to add milk, the starch granules thirstily absorb the liquid, swell up, and the mixture starts to thicken. Because each starch granule is spread out and individually coated in fat, instead of having clumps in your sauce is smooth. Keep stirring, Link.
Sure thing. But why is it important to keep stirring?
Unlike this magnet, stirring keeps those starch granules from meeting up and sticking together.
And also because those granules are transforming. The liquid is gelatinizing, like worm jelly. Think of when a net catches a lot of fish. Starches capture and absorb the liquid and prevent the liquid from moving around. Soon the liquid transforms into a gel-like texture.
In other words, smooth.
I believe we require something more in depth to the stirring sequence. With stirring, there must be music.
I've been whisking this sauce until it thickened. Bring the sauce to a boil, reduce the heat, and let simmer for 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Lab rat, speed dial, please.
You know, I don't like tricky terminology, so let's talk bechamel. When you add milk to a roux, the name of that sauce is bechamel. It's basically a white sauce and has lots of uses. A lot of uses, and that's no exaggeration. Bechamel is used in comfort foods to make culinary creations, such as creamy soups, pasta sauces, and this sportscaster's personal favorite, scalloped potatoes.
That's good.
Now it's time to turn our white sauce, or bechamel, into cheese sauce. First, turn off your stove. Then, add our grated cheese. And we're gonna mix until the cheese melts and the sauce becomes smooth. Now, let's taste and see if we need any seasoning. A little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. We're gonna add in our macaroni, and our peas. We're gonna pour it into our baking dish that we already pre-buttered. That'll take about 30 minutes to cook. You know what we do while we wait? Tidy up. Guinea pig and animal crackers? Hit it.
Let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up. When you finish and the cooking's done, let's tidy up. Even though you had lots of fun, you gotta clean up the pots and pans. Gotta put them away, you gotta wash your hands. You gotta do your best to clean up your mess. Let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up. Come on, do your best to clean up your mess. Let's tidy up.
It's an instant classic. Macaroni and cheese. If the proof is in the pudding, then the success is in the sauce. Using a roux. A roux is the switch hitter of the season. Just change up the liquid you use. For our mac and cheese, the liquid used was milk. But if you're roasting a chicken or a turkey and want some delicious gravy, add chicken stock or turkey stock to your roux.
Look at that! The top is golden and the cheese is bubbling. Look how cheesy and rich it looks.
Link, help!
Sounds like Captain Cook can use a hand. Luckily, the macaroni and cheese has to cool down for a few minutes. I had a gastro blast making macaroni and cheese with you today. See you next time. I'm coming, Captain Cook.